Laurence Fishburne is an actor I have long admired. He was a kid in Apocalypse Now. He was amazing in The Matrix, and he wants to play Professor X. I'm not entirely against this concept, but look, Patrick Stewart is, to me, Professor X, always will be. If there's a variant involved, maybe this could work. But what do you think, Alan? I'll bring up the story here. It's from comicbook.com, but well, give me the notes and let's talk on the other side.
Yeah. Well, Laurence Fishburne has expressed a strong desire to play Professor X in Marvel's upcoming X-Men reboot, though already part of the MCU universe as Dr. Bill Foster, Goliath in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Fishburne revealed in an interview with Comic Book that his interest in Professor X stems from his lifelong passion for Marvel. He described himself as a true believer and recalled reading Marvel comics as a child in New York City, admiring how writers connected their stories to real-world issues around him. Now at this stage in his career, Fishburne believes that Professor X is the most fitting role for him in age and temperament, saying it feels like it would be a fit for me, so that's why. Fishburne even joked about adding a touch of comic accuracy to the role by reviving Professor X's famous exaggerated eyebrows from the classic comics, laughing, "If I'm fortunate enough to fulfill this dream, I will certainly make the request about the eyebrows." His enthusiasm quickly made him a fan favorite to take part in once the MCU's formally introduced new version of the X-Men.
Well, a couple things. One, Laurence Fishburne has already been in a Marvel movie. He was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
69.
Which we barely remember.
Remember. And then he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he was, he had a minor role.
Yeah.
Not very memorable. Not memorable because I'm reminding you right now.
I know. I forgot he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. So he's already been, but that's okay. I don't have a problem with, Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, and it's fine. It's fine. I like that idea that he mentions the eyebrows. I like that he seems to know a lot about it. I think Laurence Fishburne is lazy. I just think he wants to play a character that sits down for the whole movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be like Sam Jackson, he's probably, his knees are giving out on him and has to do a lot of action scenes. Laurence Fishburne wants to play a character that's in a wheelchair the whole movie, or a floating wheelchair, or whatever. Might be kind of, but I don't know. I'm not against this. I love Laurence Fishburne.
Mm-hmm.
Who does not like, you mentioned certain actors, when if it's a race swap just to do a race swap, that's annoying. But when it's a really good actor, nobody cares. So this could work. What do you think?
Yeah, ultimately, if he can embody Professor X, then he should play it. And I think that you brought up the issue. If the casting director is just saying, "Hey, we got to race swap everybody," that's the problem. But if you've got someone who can actually pull off the character and the depth of the character, the nuance of the character and the subtext of the character, why not? And with the lack of thinking about anyone else who could play the role, it seems like Laurence Fishburne can actually do it. Look, we accepted Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. No one questioned that. Everyone thought it was the right thing.
They had laid the groundwork in the comics.
Sure. And I think they casted. I think the Nick Fury in the comics was based on Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. So look, it depends on the actor.
Mm-hmm.
What I kind of feel like with some of the sort of race swapping they've done that fans, push back on, it was when it felt like it was being done just to make a point. When it's a certain actor, I just want to see Laurence Fishburne like with a bald head going like this. He's got to go like this, have the eyebrows, and I want to see like some weird effect.
Energy waves
coming off his head.
Energy waves coming from his brain.
Yeah. Why not? Something like that. I would like to. I'm not opposed to it, and I like his commitment. I think Laurence Fishburne is an actor that really cares.
Yeah.
So,
Well, a lot of times when they do
hey.
these race swaps, they'll just throw someone in there and then expect us to do the mental gymnastics to justify them being in that role. I
Right.
don't think we're going to go through the, I think you could see him as the role and just buy it, as opposed to, all right, well, I guess they're going to have to do it. So, yeah. Be interesting. Maybe
we
they'll
shall
get-
see.
Yeah.
We shall see.